I'm Mike.
And I'm Adam.
And this is Stuff and Waffle. Two friends talking about stuff, and often as not, waffling with frequent reference to Bond cars. 'Tis the season of Eurovision once again.
I was not expecting you to say that.
I didn't think you were. It's coming up soon.
Yep.
And I have today heard our entry.
What, you've read the name or you've heard the song?
No, I've heard the song.
Oh.
And watched the video. Now, the songs, it's all right. It's very Eurovision. It's kind of meh. But it's not the song I want to talk about. It's the video. Now, the video is worse than the song. But there's a particular bit. There's a particular bit in it I wish to take issue with.
Yeah, all right.
I'm assuming you haven't seen it.
I mean, Eurovision is something that I never go near.
No, I never did. Dawn likes to have a Eurovision kind of evening, and we all sit as a family and watch it. And it's kind of, we get snacks, so I'm prepared to, enter into. If there's crisps and things involved, and little cheesy whatsits, and I'm prepared to get involved for the snacks and the wine.
I was going to say, was my next question: is there a beverage involved?
Oh, many beverages. We stock up for Eurovision. Many beverages, nibbles.
Interesting.
Things on sticks. I'm in it for that. Nevertheless, let's just say I enjoy it for the spectacle.
Yeah.
And Graham Norton is very good. Eurovision.
Yeah, he's a funny chap.
Especially when he's had a few later in the evening and he starts having a pop at people.
Oh, even better.
Yes, that's quite good. Anyway, as I say, it's not the song I want to particularly talk about. It's the video. Now, in the video, the context of the song, as far as I can gather, is that it is a young lady who is unhappy with how her gentleman has been treating her.
Okay.
Now, we see her gentleman in the video. He looks like a reasonable sort. Who can tell from appearances? However, he is driving a car.
Okay.
Now, the car is not treated very well in this video. Let's say she takes out her dissatisfaction with him on the vehicle.
Okay.
Now, the vehicle in question is a Ford Escort XR3i Cabriolet Mark IV.
Again, not what I was expecting.
No.
No.
It's white, so quite kind of Essexy, which fits in with the vibe.
Okay.
Now, in this video, she, and I'm assuming this is metaphorical, she kind of stamps on the car with her stiletto heels, which is clearly a model.
Okay,
Fine.
right, yeah.
5, clearly a model. And that's fine. But then later in the video, her and some of her lady friends are sitting in and around this car, discussing his shortcomings as a gentleman caller. But after the car has been kind of crushed. And it's very obviously, the whole middle of it has been sort of flattened, and it's, the doors are all crushed down and the seats are gone and the back of it's all discombobulated. It looks like a real car. Now, therein lies my problem.
So you think they've crushed one?
Have they smashed up an XR3i Cabrio for this video? Because that's quite a valuable car these days.
Even if it's knackered, there's going to be bits on it that are useful.
Quite. That's what. Even if they've got one from a scrapyard, or even if they bought one that's an MOT failure, they've done the exact damage to it that they need to in order to make it look like it's been trodden on. So the whole middle of it has been crushed, and I just think that's quite a rare thing these days. Have you? I mean, surely they haven't gone hunting for one in a scrapyard that's got exactly the right damage for the narrative, and it doesn't look rusty or, crashed in any way. That appears to be the only damage.
Oh dear.
And I know for a video you could sort of rattle can it and make it look decent, but it doesn't half look like they've smashed up a real one.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah, I know. No, I've got no evidence. I only saw it this afternoon. I've not researched this. But yeah, the actual stamping on it is definitely a model. That's clearly a model. But the one they're all sitting on later in the video, it does look real.
Oh dear.
I've got a problem with that.
Yeah, if that is a genuine vehicle that's been had, then that's just. But yeah, well, they're not going to make any friends on this podcast.
They are certainly not. I would struggle to vote for that. Not that I vote anyway, but I would struggle if I did. I would struggle for vote for that.
I'm assuming the voting process involves parting with actual money.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I never have voted in it, but we just watch it. But yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're similar to Big Brother, for instance. With the
I never voted in that either. But yes, that's I believe so.
I did vote in that once actually. I was quite student days, obviously watching it. Obviously, quite drunk, and there was one person on there that was really getting on my tits and rubbing me up the wrong way. So I was quite drunk, and I spent about £8 in one go of persistent voting.
Yeah, I believe. I don't know if you have to make a sort of payment from a card or anything like that, or if you just pay a premium rate for the call and they take it off that. I think it's that, because they always do you please get permission from the payer to make the call. But yeah, it does look real. It really does. And it's very specific damage. I can't believe they found one that was damaged. I mean, that couldn't have happened in an accident unless they found one that a tree's fallen on.
Yeah, but like you say, you're really trying to wing it at that point, isn't it?
Really specific there, yeah. I mean, I guess they could trawl scrapyards looking for modern, classic, interesting cars that have been flattened by a tree, but it's quite a specific requirement. Yeah, and an XR3i Cabrio will go for proper money these days.
So, what?
And at the beginning of the video, you see him parking it and getting out of it. So that means they've either had two or they've smashed up the one they had.
I wonder how we get to the bottom of this.
I don't know. I need to research. It's only just come out. So
get car Twitter on it then.
That's a good shout.
They'll be, if this is a recent thing, then they'll be all over that.
It is. Well, it's today. Yeah, that they've announced the song, our song for Eurovision. So yeah,
right. Yeah,
it's only come out today. Yeah.
Okay.
That needs looking into.
Yeah, someone with more connections than us needs to delve.
I hope they have not smashed up what is an increasingly rare and valuable classic.
Just for a bit of context for me, what's the artist name?
Oh, I can't remember. Let me have a look. Hang on, I've got it here. The car does show a number plate, but I imagine it's fake.
Yeah, probably. Oh, mind you, you're now going to find it, then say a name, and I'm going to go, who's that?
Oh, I didn't know. I've never heard of her before. No, I think she's new. Yeah, Dawn sent me a link earlier. Let me find it. It is May Muller.
Yep, not a clue.
Not a clue. I wrote a song. It's called.
Catchy.
I smashed up an escort is what the title should be, I think. But
is that in brackets? Maybe.
No, but I wish it was. I wrote a song, brackets, smashed up an XR3i.
Yes. Well, if she hasn't used that name for a song, we're using that name for our episode.
Okay. I smashed up an XR3i. Yes. There we go. That's the title sorted.
Yeah. Good. Okay.
Excellent. That's sorted that.
I was not expecting to get a good 5 minutes of car content from Eurovision. Well done, you.
You never know where the content's going to come from, do you?
You don't. No. It presents itself even if we're flapping last minute.
Oh, this stuff writes itself half the time, yes, and just as well too.
Oh, very good. What else have we got? I tell you what, a brief bit of housekeeping.
Oh, I love a bit of housekeeping. Yes, do continue.
After hearing various stories and Kaylee giving you the updates directly on our party episode, the van is back. It is complete.
Oh, excellent. Oh, very good.
And the bill was dramatically less than expected.
Oh, that's a relief. Good.
Wow, yeah. That's. I looked at him and went, well done him.
Yeah, he sorted that. Well done. Excellent.
Not only is the work outstanding, but the bill is nowhere near as horrendous as expected.
Brilliant. That's really good news. So she's back in her van.
She is. I used it as well this week for one day just to have a little spin.
Oh, very good. Yeah, well, variety and all that. Yes.
Did a sterling job. Yeah, very happy with that.
Excellent.
That was my brief bit of housekeeping there.
Well done. Good news.
Another little bit. Little bit of financial ruination this week as well. The balance for Le Mans has been paid.
Oh,
we are all official.
All set, but skinty poo.
Yes. Yes. So we've been scrounging here, there, and everywhere. We've managed to get ourselves. We've gone from the initial plan of two-man tents, which was going to be fairly grotty, to it. We've ended up with essentially the camping form of a chateau.
Right.
We've got a 6-man tent with separate bedrooms and things.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds almost acceptable to me.
It's so what our good friend Jay with his dildo handbrake.
Oh yes, I recall him. Yes, he's supposed to be coming on the podcast.
Yes, he has, and you'd be pleased to know he's finally bought himself a headset, so he can actually partake without all of the background noise now.
Oh, very good.
So yes, please, he'll be pleased to know that he will be coming on now that he can have decent audio.
He has acceptable equipment. Not like that. Yes.
No. Oh God, let's not get onto that.
No.
He has secured us this 6-man chateau. From his father-in-law, and I said, "Is he aware of what we're about to put it through?"
Oh yeah, that's true. He may not ever want to use it again.
He already said he doesn't want it back.
Oh, right. All done with that.
Yeah.
You can keep that.
Yeah, that's all yours. So yeah.
See, I think that's very sensible.
Yeah.
That shows excellent judgment.
Yeah, that's it. And you know what? I'll just get a new one. Yeah.
Ruined. Yes.
But yeah, we're all set on that. So now it's just saving up some money to be able to put an excessive amount of beer in the system.
Yeah, because that is this year, isn't it? It's this summer.
Yeah. We're off.
Yeah.
We get. Oh God, hang on. Let me gauge it correctly. We're off on the dark and early hours of Wednesday, the 7th of June.
Right.
Very early Channel Tunnel crossing.
Oh, very good.
But that is on purpose. I picked a really early one so we can be at Le Mans for lunchtime-ish, pop a tent up, be sat on a bank with a beer in time for Wednesday practice.
Oh, very good. See, I wouldn't have been able to come anyway because that's Dawn's birthday that week.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate because Le Mans tends to be in and around that week.
Yeah. But there it is. That's going to be a problem for future years, perhaps. But anyway, we'll come back to that.
No. So if there's a camping chateau involved, you're more with separate rooms. You think we're leaning towards acceptable.
Yes, I think that's the way to put it. I'm not necessarily committing to that being completely acceptable, but it has more chance of being acceptable. Yes.
And I'm very much of the persuasion now where it's going, right, I have got some blow-up mattresses and a torture device that says camp bed on the box.
They all are.
Oh, no. Not all camp beds are created equal.
You found a good one, have you?
Yeah, I tried one. However, it comes with a price tag. Yes, is the correct way. I mean, if you're going to get some persistent use out of it, I suppose it's a palatable price-ish, but it's a couple of £100 for a camp bed.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay.
So I might factor in potential usage versus financial ruination from a bed, but that's just. I mean, there could be what you could also factor in to the cost is the level of smugness in the morning as well.
That is worth something.
That's worth a lot.
That is worth something. Yeah. How many nights on it?
Now that I hadn't thought. That's a fantastic question.
You see.
Right. Allow me to count up. Right. So there will be 6 nights in a row on a camp bed.
Okay. Yeah, now £200's not looking so bad, is it?
No, because otherwise I'm going to have to sort of come back and be sort of snapped back into place. I mean, but none of us are going to come out of it like smelling like roses. I mean, literally, obviously.
Quite literally, yes.
Yeah. But there's the whole issue of going, well, none of us is getting any younger. Sleeping on a camp bed that's rickety or inflatable mattress for 6 nights in a row is not an award-winning solution.
No, and let's be honest, as you have often commented, successive lockdowns have not done us any favours.
No. So that leaves the potential. Say, for instance, you sleep on an inflatable mattress, it loses that tolerable amount of air in the night. You could be an upturned turtle.
Yeah, I'm thinking actually a couple of £100 is sounding reasonable.
Yeah.
For effectively a week of sleeping on the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure at our age we can mess around with that.
No. It's the spine is not worth gambling with.
You're not. Well, it's just your mobility during the event, if nothing else. I mean, you're going to get steadily slower and more grumpy as the week goes on.
And it is. I mean, one thing that you don't expect to come out of Le Mans is the fact that it physically it's quite good to you because everything involves walking. None of it is at a lightning pace, but you're on your feet a lot.
True. You're also drinking and eating.
How dare you?
Well, I'm going by your descriptions. I've never been.
Yeah, there have been instances where I have had breakfast beer.
Exactly. Well, you're on the continent. That's more normal over there.
Oh yeah, that's to be encouraged. There will be breakfast beers. We'll wake up. We'll have a French stubby and a bacon baguette.
No, I haven't got a problem with that. No. But you gotta balance it all up there. And a comfortable bed. You cannot underestimate the value of that. I don't think.
Okay. All right then.
My personal opinion.
Yeah, and I'm really not far behind you, if I'm honest. I think maybe watch this space on that. Then I can be the bringer of feedback about high-end camp beds.
Well, there's a topic I didn't think we'd be covering, but yes.
We're all over it this week. Yeah, so we've covered Eurovision.
Unexpected topics this week. Yes.
Yeah, Eurovision and high-end camp beds.
There you
Perfect.
Go. There you go.
How have we ended up here?
I don't think we need to analyse that.
No. Yeah, but I mean, actually, it's not that far away because they're both car related, quite heavily.
Strangely, they are. You wouldn't have said that.
No.
But they are both car related. Yeah. Yeah. We're all over this. What tenuous link have we got next?
This isn't tenuous at all. This is actually car related, and it's pissing me off.
Oh, not another topic that's annoying you.
Yep. I'll tell you what. It's been the week where the embargo is lifted and the reviews are in. All about the Ferrari SUV that I'm not even going to have a stab at. And do you know what? Everywhere you look, it's like 4.5 out of 5 on the old star rating. You're going, what on earth?
I cannot tell you how disinterested I am in that.
Do you know what though? Let's hazard a guess. In 2 to 3 years from now, what percentage of Ferrari's overall sales are going to be taken up by that one vehicle?
Yeah, I fear it's going to be quite a portion.
Yes, I'm going to put this out there now, and if we remember to revisit this in some time, then happy days. But I'm going to go 80%.
Yeah, I don't think that's an unreasonable estimate, because we've seen what the SUVs have done from other supercar manufacturers, and people seem to a certain type of buyer, let's be clear, seems to love a bit of that. I mean, look at the Lamborghini earwax. I mean, that's
dreadful.
Oh yeah, awful. There's a difference with this though. Although, again, I think it applies to the Lamborghini as well. When we looked at the Lotus SUV, which admittedly is electric.
Oh, actually, I completely forgot about that. I saw it.
Did you?
I've got a video of me being rather cheeky and putting the camera through the open windows and having a good old film.
Oh, very good. Oh, you didn't mention that. Oh,
sorry, yeah, I'll dig that out. Sorry, as you were.
Do. When we talked about that, when that first came out, we accepted that is a car they have to make. Because if they don't, there probably isn't going to be a Lotus. That is not true for Lamborghini or Ferrari.
No, they are well established and are not going anywhere.
And it's not electric. So they can't say, oh, well, it's so we can get our technology, tested out in an easier platform and, make it more. They're not. It's not electric.
It's a money-making exercise. That's all it is.
Now, again, this brings us back to: are they making it because that's what people want, or are people simply buying SUVs because that's all you can get? Well, there are no estate cars. There are no other practical cars.
I think your average manufacturer falls into the category of making it because they think that's what people want.
They think that's what people want. Yeah.
Yeah. So they just go, right, that's what people want. We'll make that.
Yeah.
I don't know how the same can be said for Ferrari.
I don't think it can.
Because they should know better.
Yeah, I don't think it can. And when the boss of Ferrari, although he's since gone back on this, came out and said, "Oh, we will never make an electric car. That's not what our Ferrari buyers want." He's since backtracked on that because he realized he's got no choice. But I struggle to see how the SUV fits into the whole Ferrari ethos. Any electric version does. In fact, I think an electric version fits in better to the Ferrari ethos than an SUV does. It's just not what Ferrari are about. It's not what they stand for. It's not what they have come from.
No.
It's not. And how many serial Ferrari buyers are interested in an SUV? You don't go to Ferrari for that. You want an SUV, there's better choices. Buy a Range Rover.
It's
cheaper and better at the job. So
it's going to be interesting because I think, and this is relatively speaking, obviously, that they're going to be everywhere.
Of course they are.
In certain circles.
As the Lamborghini earwax is.
It's the Lamborghini of, like, for instance, when I was last up in London, probably about 10, 11 months ago, we were up in Kensington.
Oh, there you go. Yes.
The Lamborghini was prominent.
Well, it would be, wouldn't it?
The Bentley Bentayga was significantly more prominent, if I'm honest.
Yeah, well, it's cheaper, isn't it?
But not by much, I'd imagine.
It's cheaper and still VW Group, so it's mostly the same bits.
Mind you, suppose is the the Lamborghini is on the same platform because it's all VW.
Well, that's my point.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I understand. I get it. Yeah, because
Yes.
they're all the same.
They're all the same underneath.
Audi,
The Rolls-Royce Cullinan as well is quite well represented.
Actually, I didn't see that as much as I thought I would.
Okay.
The Bentayga and the Lamborghini are out in force.
To be fair, the Cullinan is a real moose.
Oh yeah,
but that's horrible. I'd rather have a black cab, which is now electric. But they're just jumping on the bandwagon, aren't they? There's nothing original about that from Ferrari.
No.
They're doing it because everyone else has.
It
doesn't fit into the Ferrari story in inverted commas at all.
No.
I do believe you could fit an electric car, an electric sports car, into the Ferrari story, but I don't see how an SUV fits into it at all.
Yeah, I could see an electric sports car. I mean, yes, it's not going to make up the entire lineup or anything just yet, but it will.
Of course not.
It's got its place. But that can just piss off. I'm fed up with it.
And as I say, unlike the Lotus, it isn't electric, so they don't even have that going for it. They can't say, "Oh, well, we're proving out our platform, and we're testing this mass market, so we want an SUV," and all the reasons that Lotus. And of course, Lotus, as we said, they have to do it financially. Ferrari don't, and it's just to use a common term these days, it's just a Me Too product, isn't it? It's
it's a bandwagon that has been climbed upon.
Sadly, and everyone is. But again, and I know they've made 4-seat cars in the past. They've made saloon cars in the past, although they've called them coupes. But not an SUV. Come on, better than that.
I mean, like you say, it's not even a hybrid.
No, it doesn't even have that. No, it doesn't even have that justification.
No, they've just went, ooh, let's sling a V12 in that. No, don't get me wrong. I like a V12. Do not get me wrong. That's
yeah. No, I'm not. Yeah,
this is not part of my protest, if I'm honest.
No,
but mind you, Lamborghini are guilty of it as well. Theirs is a V8 twin turbo.
Yep.
And
the Lotus one can be justified. The Ferrari and the Lamborghini one can't. I don't think.
And also the one that you dared to claim was all right. How dare you? The Aston Martin DBX.
Oh, the DBX. I do. Yeah, okay.
No hint of hybrid in those either.
No, I am willing to accept that all the same arguments can be fired at that. I just quite like how it looks. That's where it kind of begins and ends.
Wrong.
For me. I know. I don't know why. I can't justify it. Rational. I just quite like how it looks. But I absolutely accept it has no reason to be.
It doesn't need to exist.
The only reason it exists is because everyone else has got one.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Oh, it's worse than the school playground, this, isn't it?
But the stupid thing is, it will be justified because they will sell thousands. Mm-hmm. That's what's annoying. As you said at the beginning of the piece, it will become significant in their sales. And so they will keep doing it and they will develop it because it will make them money. That's what's annoying. People will buy it, even though it's nonsense.
They will.
I bet it hasn't got any off-road ability.
Oh, no.
Is it even four-wheel drive? Because some of them aren't.
Yeah, that's a good question. Have I got it here? Yeah, all-wheel drive. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's something, I suppose.
Yeah,
but
that's
mind you, some of their sports cars are now. So.
Yeah. That's fair.
No, it doesn't. No. And why in these times, and I don't want to go all, eco nutter, but in these times of cost of living crisis, and lots of people focused on raw materials and our raping of the planet's resources and all that kind of stuff. Why are we making bigger and bigger cars? Don't need them. They don't fit anywhere. You can't park it.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say, right, we are well aware of this cost of living crisis.
Oh, I think we all are. Yes.
But there are some people who are not.
Oh, yeah.
And they're the ones buying this. They've got no concept of the issues.
£600,000 for a Sierra.
Yes. Yeah, that ties in nicely with last week, doesn't it?
Yes. People like that. Yes.
It comes back to that age-old thing of going, the rich are always rich.
Yeah, it's true.
Which, it's dreadful. It really is. And probably, actually, this is a complete tangent, but coming off the back of rich always being rich, I saw a hideously genuine product. The 2023 Jacob Rees-Mogg calendar.
Oh my word. No.
I don't know if it was a satire piece or anything, but it was a genuine thing. You could buy it.
Oh my God.
Who's flipping over and looking at that praying mantis of a bellend?
Oh my word. Oh, he's horrible, isn't he?
He's the embodiment of a little fucker. He just angers me.
He's horrible. Really horrible. Yeah. Nasty, grotty little man.
Oh, I've got the jump pack to my car. I'd love to attach that to his bollocks.
Oh, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, sorry, that's quite a tangent, but yeah.
That's quite specific, that.
You're not disagreeing, though, are you?
No, I'm not disagreeing with that. No, you crack on that. Let us know how it goes.
Yeah.
The Ferrari, whatever it's called, the one that is Johnny Smith can't even be bothered to review it.
I like that.
It's no.
It can get into C, is what that can do.
It can.
I'll tell you
we shouldn't be doing it, and nobody should be buying
it. We mentioned Lamborghini off the back of it.
We did.
They've announced this week something which, hopefully they don't put it in the poxy earwax. They have announced that they're keeping the V12 alive for a bit.
Of course.
But making it a hybrid powertrain.
Oh Jesus!
So they've got this incoming. So it's a 115 horsepower V12 hybrid powertrain with a 6.5 litre V12 naturally aspirated engine, producing 825 horsepower combined with 3 electric motors.
No, you see, a V12 hybrid. I don't know where to start with that.
What that is a way to make a supercar go very fast while pretending to have some eco credentials.
Yeah, I bet that's ULEZ exempt.
But they haven't said what it's going to go in yet, other than the fact that they've made this powertrain.
Dear. That will be banned along with everything else, but oh dear.
I know it's a bit daft, but I kind of like the fact that Lamborghini have gone, let's have a bash at this. We're meant to do daft things.
It is in keeping with their daft heritage, I'll give you that.
Yeah, I'd much rather they're doing that than making SUVs.
It's a V12 engine with a battery out of a shaver in it, isn't it? That's what they've come up with.
Well, because
green.
Yeah,
I bet they'll paint it green as well. They've got form for that.
So what we're saying is we got we got a big old engine, 3 motors, and the motors are making up only 190 horsepower of the overall output.
Yeah, see, now electric motors, as we know, produce enormous amounts of power. So that means they must be tiny
Yeah,
to
because
actually
they
produce that much.
Well, the layout will be 2 on the front axle and 1 integrated into the transmission.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. I've not
so-
heard of that being done before.
So it's a bit of a different combo, but I can see that being in some very special supercars.
I mean, it's nice, I suppose, that they are embracing electric technology and you know, they recognise that it's very powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose if anyone was going to strap it to a V12, it would be them.
Yeah, I suppose this is a case of a lot of manufacturers going, right, let's do it while we still can.
I think that's what it is, isn't it? Let's do something stupid while we're still allowed to. Yeah, and you know, maybe that's fair enough.
Yeah, maybe they are
because they're not going to sell many, are they? Let's be honest.
No, they're not going to be on every street corner.
No.
I suppose it's a bit like when McLaren came out with the P1. We're just going, right, that's a ridiculous engine. You've gone, it's a hybrid. But it's a hybrid to make it go faster. It's not a hybrid to make it green.
No, or more economical or any of those reasons. No, absolutely not.
No, which is fair enough. I can accept that as long as they're not claiming. I don't think Lamborghini are about to claim that this isn't economical vehicle,
an eco car of any form. No, I shouldn't think they are. No, fair enough.
Yeah, no, I thought I'd drag that out because you mentioned Lamborghini.
I did mention Lamborghini as also a producer of ridiculous SUVs. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Speaking of ridiculous SUVs,
oh God,
Ford have announced an ST version of the Puma.
I thought they had one. Actually, hang on. I think I know where this is going. Are they saying that we've launched another ST version and they're going to put that engine that everyone raves about in it?
The 1 litre EcoBoost.
Yeah, the 3-cylinder jobby.
Yes, that is exactly what they've said, yes.
Oh my God. I mean, just ST. What is it? They just don't mean anything anymore, these letters. I know. No,
they don't. You're right. They don't. No. No.
We don't have a Fiesta anymore. We don't have a Mondeo anymore.
They're threatening to ditch the Focus.
We're just going to end up with what we got: Puma, EcoSport, Cougar. I'm sure it's pronounced.
Cougar. Yeah, that's Cougar. Right. Yeah, the Cougar. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, that's the noise it makes of a cold morning.
Yeah. What else have they got?
Trains.
Yeah, but I mean that serves a purpose. That there's a use for that vehicle.
Oh, true. That absolutely serves a purpose. Yes, that's a valid point. Yeah. In the car front,
I'm going in. Right. Okay. So at the moment on the website, they're still listing the Fiesta. I'm going to discount that.
Yeah, I don't think it has actually gone yet, has it? But it is going.
Yeah. Look at that. It's got a little tag underneath it. It's a mild hybrid. Piss off.
Oh, God. Oh, do it properly or don't bother.
Right,
really.
So I'm going to break this down for you. At the moment, they've got a section for small cars, which is the Fiesta and the EcoSport.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen an EcoSport. It's not what I describe as a small car. SUVs and crossovers. The EcoSport's in there as well.
Doubling up. Right.
Yeah, we've got the Focus Active, the Puma, the Cougar, and the Mustang Mach-E.
The Mach-E, yes.
Oh, okay. So we've got an awful lot of mixing and maxing here. Hybrids and electrics. Focus, Puma, Cougar, Mustang, Mach-E, S-Max, and a Galaxy. They still make the Galaxy.
I thought that was long since gone.
Who's buying that?
I haven't seen one for a long time.
The Tornio Custom and the all-new Tornio Custom, which is That's a transit with
That's
windows.
that's right.
Oh, we've got here are the performance vehicles. Fiesta ST, Focus ST, Puma ST, Mustang Mach-E GT, and the Mustang itself.
Okay.
The actual Mustang.
The real one. Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. What a sea of misery, with the exception of the actual proper Mustang. And I can't leave the Fiesta in there because it's going.
It's going. They've already said that. Mondeo's gone. They've indicated that the Focus is going as well. Because obviously you would throw away all your best-selling vehicles. A sound business planning there.
It's just.
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know what they're doing. They have indicated they want to go upmarket and are only going to make commercial vehicles and supercars. They don't want to be known for affordable, practical, reliable, all the things that the name is built on. I don't understand it. I really don't. In these uncertain times, why would you not want to capitalize on the very thing that has made you great? Affordable, practical, reliable. That's what everyone is looking for at the moment. No, we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to do supercars. Well done. Yeah. You're really tapped into the times there.
It's weird, isn't it?
Dear, oh dear.
No, they're going to all jog on, aren't they? I'm afraid.
It makes no sense. Even from their perspective, it makes no sense.
No, I've got nothing. Honestly, they can all just bog off with this.
And JLR still hasn't appointed a new CEO.
I don't. No one wants it.
What's going on?
Yeah, you can imagine.
I suspect no one does want it. I think that's the problem.
You can imagine the conversations going on at head office. Going, we had any CVs today? No.
All right. No, not one.
No, it's not good.
No, it really isn't.
Okay, so yeah, because we're meant to be revisiting that story at some point, but that
there's nothing to revisit.
It hasn't progressed yet, so we haven't forgotten about it. It's just nothing's happening.
No, I had a look today, which is why I mentioned it, but no, nothing has happened. I'm afraid.
Oh
no.
Dear.
In fact, if you Google it, it still says it's Thierry Bolloré.
Well, it's not.
No, it isn't. It's just there's nobody to replace him. So.
Oh, what a state to get in.
It's not good, is it? It's not good. Our favourite brands are just nowhere.
No, they're all doing silly things.
Things that don't make any sense.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? Because you go, right, if you had to pick from a brand that is well established, well known, and you had to go, right, you have to buy your daily car from a brand that has got decades of experience.
Yeah.
You go, oh dear.
Well, up until a few years ago, you'd have just said, I'll buy a Focus or a Fiesta. You'll be fine. Just, I want something cheap and reliable. Yeah, buy a Focus. You'll be fine. And you're not going to be able to say that in a minute.
No. We're left with
Ford, who invented, in many ways, the modern car industry. And as Elon is very fond of pointing out, there's only two American car companies that have never gone bust: Tesla and Ford. And Ford just seemed to be throwing it away.
I don't, mind you, we are speaking from a personal sort of perspective. I don't know if they're throwing it away in quite the same level in America.
Well, I assumed their comments were global.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assumption, but I suppose they, like you mentioned, the commercial market, that the trucks kind of fall into that. Yeah,
true, and that is a bigger market in many ways in the States than it is over here.
The F-Series pickups and all that sort of capable.
Yes, we don't really get those over here. I mean, the what's it? what's the pickup truck over here? Ranger.
Yes. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Ranger. That does very well. You see quite a lot of those around. That's done quite well.
I don't want one.
No, neither do I. But you do see quite a lot of them around.
Yeah.
I think they're quite good if you're in the market for that sort of thing. One of our neighbours here has got one, but he's a builder, so fair enough.
Yeah, that's
fair
an
enough.
acceptable mode of transport.
Yes. So I think that's okay, but whether they'll continue with that, I mean, I guess it's a commercial vehicle, so they probably will. And there is an electric version of the Transit, isn't there?
Yeah, that seems to be getting good reviews. But I know Mr. Smith did his video on it.
He went and collected an engine in it, which I enjoyed the
Yes, yeah, that was a nice touch, that wasn't it? Yeah.
It was.
But it's not. I did enjoy his interludes as well, while there was kind of tracking shots between filming sessions of him trying to do a really sensible road test and real world usage, but with these little interludes of faults, transit, faults.
Faults.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a good idea because it gets it out the system in one big lump.
You need to do that. Yeah, you can't sit in one of those without doing that now.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's it. We've all listened to those two far too much. It's formed part of the daily dialogue now.
You can't say it any other way now.
No.
It has to be. It's just, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But, yeah.
Wonderful.
How have we managed to make an episode of nothing but moaning again?
We always go to our strengths. That's why.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I haven't had a good old SUV moan for a while.
No, we haven't. But this announcement of a new one, I think it warranted it.
Yeah. I was just so cross again. Look, these are reviews coming from people that I do actually respect. The journalists that I got a lot of time for, and just going, right, look, it just doesn't. No one seems to be looking at it and going, all right, they're saying, oh, it's a good car. Well done, you. Yeah, but it doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to exist.
No, it doesn't. We don't need it. And I think there is a little bit of a rush at the moment for manufacturers to do things whilst they're still allowed to, because they all know it's coming. We can debate back and forth the motivation behind it and whether it's the right thing to do and whether it'll work. But nevertheless, the legislation is set and has been confirmed by the EU. No more petrol and diesel new cars from whenever it is. What's the final date they ended on? 2035, I think.
35, I think now. Yeah.
They've confirmed it. It's going to be legislation. And I think there is a bit of that. I think, we better do something silly while we can.
Yeah, but I mean, there's silly, which I've got all the time for, but then there's SUVs.
They don't know what else to do. They're out of ideas.
Right.
I feel the same as you, but there it is. And all power to Johnny Smith for not bothering to even look at it.
Yeah, and funnily enough, we weren't invited.
No, strange that. I've seen a precious few press credentials coming through for us. We need to get on that.
Yeah, well, the trouble is all car launches these days are SUVs. So if they've listened to at least one episode from us, they go, let's not bother with those two, eh?
That's a valid point. We might have ruined it for ourselves there.
Yeah, but do you want to go and test drive a load of SUVs?
Depends how good the free lunch is.
There is a valid point.
I mean, some of those press launches, I've seen them. You get some banging sandwiches. Don't overlook that.
No, I won't. Actually, yeah, that's good. That brings us almost full circle. Going right, if we're going to be indulging when this becomes a global success, it's important to invest in a good camp bed so that you can get up from it easily.
There we go, because we're not getting any younger, and if we're packing ourselves with cake and sandwiches on press launches,
that's it. We want something that's not that close to the ground. Yep, there we go.
Could be a serious
God!
issue.
Oh no! You know what? It's like Oh, what have we landed on? I'm going to end up buying the SUV equivalent of camp beds.
Oh no, that's true, isn't it?
Shit.
Go anywhere with that.
Oh no. Right. Oh. Oh God, we'll leave it there then. I'll just ponder that dilemma. Oh no.
Well, I think that's probably enough of that for this week. Check us out on all the various social medias and things. Thank you very much for listening.